Hello and welcome everyone. It is time for Jim Comics Top Picks for New Comic Book Day this upcoming Wednesday, October 12th, 2022. It is Thursday, October 6th today. I'm getting this out a day early. But man, I got so much stuff to talk about and I'm kind of excited about it. So I got this one. I'm getting this one out a day early. As usual, I just want to say you're all awesome. Before I get into stuff, I got to say the Buffalo Bills are now 3-1. Beat the Ravens on the weekend, which is awesome. They should be 4-0. They shouldn't have lost that one game they did anyways, whatever. It's funny, I've mentioned them a couple times, and now a few people have said I'm unofficially part of the Bills Mafia, so it's just awesome. Yeah, go Bills. I haven't given a comic shout out for quite a while, and I want to do that today because a few people got in touch with me, and a comic book shop called Comic Collection in Feasterville, Bucks County, Pennsylvania. The owner, Dave Schwartz, he was robbed back in September on the 18th. I guess a couple douchebags came in and assaulted him pretty bad and strapped his hands and robbed his store of a bunch of stuff. There are some images of the guys out there, so I just hope they get caught and taken back behind the woodshed and have a good talking to, if you know what I mean, because that's what they deserve. But sounds like he's doing okay, and now friends of his are hanging out with him at the store, so he's never by himself, which is good. It looks like he's got a really nice store. He's got, obviously, comics, toys, statue, everything, right? So if you happen to be in the area, make a point of stopping in. It's on the other side of the continent for me, so I won't be able to do it. But if you are around and you can stop in and say hi and check out his store and say hi to him, make him feel good, that'd be awesome. So Dave, I hope you're doing better. And Comic Collection in Bucks County, that's my shout out today. So looks like a nice store. Been around for a long time apparently. So before I get going into my picks this week, I like to do a little bit of a kind of comic haul thing at the beginning. I started doing that again. So I picked up my Minor Threats #2 cover A because that's got Insomniac on the cover, and he makes full appearance in the book. I'm really enjoying that story. It's really good. It's got a fun kind of it's like a quirkier Watchmen type of story. It's pretty violent too. Like there's some good gore in there if you like it. So I'm enjoying that. I'm gonna keep going to that one. Got my Batman 128. Nothing major happening there, but it's a good story. I'm liking it. Got my Edge of Spider-Verse #5, and that does have a few first appearances in there. I mean, Hunter Spider, or Spider Hunter, I think it's Hunter Spider. He showed up. I showed that before on one of the covers. We got Webweaver, and you got that Silly Spider. And talking about Silly Spider, he there is a 1 for 25. I posted about this during the week with him on the cover. You'll see an image of it on the screen. I didn't buy that one, so. He's also on the cover of this Spider-Man #1 right in the top corner there, so that one is a good one to get if you can get the Bengal connecting variant. I mentioned that before too. I got my Superman #1. These ones are going in Mylar because they're going to go up on my wall. My Tomb of Dracula #1. These are all facsimiles, obviously. And my Amazing Spider-Man #1. Man, it's my favorite character of all time. I bought 4 copies of that just because I love it. So anyways, that's some of the books I got this week. I'm going to get into my books. You'll see some books in the background here. I'm going to talk about those later. Yeah, they're important, so as they usually are. But my picks this week, I got one from DC, Batman Incorporated #1. There's a few covers for this thing. A couple new characters, Black Mist and Sky Spider. I can't find an image. I found an image for Black Mist, but I don't know about Sky Spider. I don't know if that's a character or a ship or what the hell that is, but anyways, supposed to be 2 of them in there. Black Mist is on cover A, so obviously first appearance of the book, but also on the cover A. She's way in the back in the center. You'll see the overall cover, and then I'm going to zoom in. You'll see another zoomed in picture. She's kind of way in the back. She's got like a black mask and orange hair. So she's on cover A. She's also on cover B. And then she's also on the Chew Incentive cover, which is a nice cover. I think that's a cardstock cover too. She's not on cover D, but Anyways, if that's a character you're interested in, she's on a whole bunch of covers and a book, so there you go. That's it from DC. It's the only one I'm looking at this week from them. From Marvel, we got Black Panther number 10. I mentioned this one a while ago. There's 3 covers for this. Buffalo Soldier is on the cover of cover A. That's the one I recommend. It's a nice cover. And obviously his full appearance will be in book and on the cover, so that, in my opinion, is the one to get. Cover B, I'm not a huge fan. It's a Miracle Man. They're trying to pump that series, and I'm not into that character. And then cover C, initially just kind of was like, yeah, whatever. But then now you've got Captain America's shield being held by, I'm not sure who that is. I don't think that's Cherie, but anyways, whoever that character is. So is that potentially going to be another Captain America at some point down the road? I don't know. Who knows? But that one might be worth picking up. I'm probably going to grab that one. Daredevil number 4 is out this week. There's a ton of covers for this one, so I don't know, because I know Daredevil's supposed to be getting that new uniform at some point, and I'm still waiting for Alice to join Elektra and Daredevil and become part of their team. I really think that's coming, but I don't know. But anyways, Daredevil 4, that's on my pull list, so I'm getting that for sure. Like I say, there's a ton of covers for it. I like cover A the best. For the most part, I'm only getting cover A's, as you guys know. Another big one this week. Boy, there's some good books this week. Ghost Rider number 7. 3 covers for this one. Cover A is the one I'm getting. Well, I shouldn't say that. Cover A is I'm obviously get cover A, but cover B is like, whatever. Cover C is a really nice Maria Wolf cover, and that's got your first appearance of Exhaust. He's a demonic parasite that was embedded in Johnny Blaze, and now he's he's been removed, and he's this creature who he breathes his exhaust on people and turns them into demons. So he makes a full appearance. It looks like a full appearance in this book. There's a preview out there. I'll put a couple images on the screen. I'm not going to do the whole preview, but it looks like he makes a full appearance in the book. So this is really a good one you're going to want to get, because with Ghost Rider, Marvel, from what I can I'm seeing, they're definitely going that darker road, and there's been rumors of a new Ghost Rider movie for years and everything else, and this is a cool character, and I could totally see him popping up at some point. So make sure you get Ghost Rider 7 this week. And it's interesting, you'll see an image on the screen from one of the previews. Way in the back, you'll see it looks like Blackheart standing up in there, so he's obviously connected with Exhaust and that. So get your Ghost Rider 7 this week. Another big one this week is Star Wars High Republic number 1. Finally, we get the second, or phase 2. It's going to be a bunch of new characters in there. New Jedi. I can't wait to see who this villain is, and I'm pretty sure the guy with the hood in the background at cover A is a villain. Now, is that Radakai who later becomes Darth Krall? I'm kind of thinking it is, but who knows? It could be one of many people. Is that I posted about this too? Is that villain potentially linked up with the Darkseekers, which just made their appearance of Dr. Aphra? There's something going on, because it's funny that they dropped that Darkseekers first appearance right before High Republic comes on the scene. So I think there's something there, but who knows? We'll find out. Either way, I'm really looking forward to this new series and opening up new worlds. And I've said it before. I've said it several times. Like Star Wars, they have milked the shit out of the original trilogy and Luke and Han, and they've got to start. Obviously, what they're doing is expanding the universe, because it's a massive. The stories go back eons. So looking forward to them doing something different with it and new characters, and this obviously is what they're planning. So all I can say is make sure you've got this on. I know most of you have High Republic on your list, but if you don't, get it on there. That's all I can say to you. And there's a bunch of exclusive. I know Mayhew's got an exclusive with Tay Sirik, I think is the guy's name. I didn't write it down. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I think he looks like an elf, but whatever. I don't like the cover. I'm not buying it. Star Wars Visions number 1. This one I'm really looking forward to. I watched the Duel. If you've got Disney Plus, they got that Visions series. They're kind of short animated episodes, and the Duel is kind of a Japanese. They're all Japanese, right? But it's samurai type thing. He battles this Sith with his umbrella-like lightsaber thing. It's kind of cool, actually. But anyways, Takashi Okazaki, I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. He was the creator of that episode. He's also involved in this this new Visions series coming out. I think it's a series anyways. I'm pretty sure it is anyways. But cover A, he's also the artist of that. So that cover A to me is the one to get. And that's what I'm getting. I'm not getting cover B. It's a nice cover, but I like cover A better. Another good one. And then Venom 11 this week, we've got our first full sleeper agent. He's on the cover and in the book, so that's another good one. And cover A is a nice, obviously a good one to get because he's on the cover. But cover B is also, man, that's a wicked cover. So, yeah, man, your wallet's going to be hurting this week. Mine was hurting last week, or this current week, but next week it's going to be hurting again. So, anyways. I got to talk about, sorry, I got to go back to Black Panther for a second. I mentioned Black Panther number 10 as your first full Buffalo Soldier. And then I was looking at solicitations, and issue 13, Buffalo Soldier is on the cover with Black Panther, Tozin, Shuri. It looks like Black Panther's out of the Avengers and created his own kind of Avengers team, but with Wakanda characters and stuff. So that, man, that. Make sure you got Black Panther on your list, because there's some of the stuff that's coming out now down the road is going to be fairly important. And then just jumping back to Ghost Rider, I mentioned number 7 is your first, looks like first full appearance of Exhaust. I forgot to mention that cover 9 is it's a really nice Bjorn Barons cover. You'll see an image of it on the screen. It's got Exhaust on there. Man, it's a gorgeous cover. I don't know if that's first cover appearance. From what I can see, that's first cover appearance, but the problem is you may get a second print of number 7 that comes out before that with Exhaust on the cover. You may get an exclusive somewhere. So either way, I just love the cover of number 9. So that's one I've got pre-ordered, and you may want to pre-order that one, because if that is first cover appearance, that's a gorgeous first cover appearance. So anyways, we'll get into my picks this week. There's some good ones. We've got Black Panther 10, obviously, your first full appearance of Buffalo Soldier, who looks like he's going to be teaming up with Black Panther down the road. So, cool looking character. I like that guy a lot, actually. He's on the cover and first full in the book, so that is a good one to get, cover A. Ghost Rider 7, your first, what looks to be full appearance of Exhaust. An awesome, that guy looks cool. Star Wars High Republic number 1, man, I can't say it enough. Almost all these books have first appearances and are going to be important down the road. And I've said it so many times, so have a bunch of other people. If, right now I know nothing's concrete as far as new shows or movies with them, but at some point they're going to be launching this stuff. And when that happens, these books are going to go bonkers, and then people will be scrambling trying to buy them all. So get them for cover price. You can't lose when you get them for cover price. Star Wars Visions number 1, cover A, the Takashi Okazaki cover. He is the creator of that, and it's also his cover. It's a nice looking cover. I really like that one. And then honorable mention to Batman Incorporated number 1, Black Mist and Sky Spider and that. So good week this week. There's some good books. This is one of these weeks where you buy these books, you stick them aside, and a year or two down the road, you're like, oh, I remember when those came out. Yeah, it's really good. But anyways, I want to talk. I mentioned Blackheart just because he's in. Looks like he's in Ghost Rider number 7 this week. And Blackheart is Mephisto's son, which I'm sure a lot of you know. And I've mentioned Mephisto a bunch of times. Silver Surfer number 3, great book to own. He has 2 children. He's got Blackheart, and then he's also got Mephisto, daughter, created from negative energy and all this other stuff. So he's got daughter, son, so Blackheart, Mephisto. And then I have to talk, this is a book, this came out a few months ago, the New Fantastic Four number 1. I did not buy this book when it came out. It wasn't even on my radar. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I wasn't too interested in it. And then I had somebody message me the other day. Damn it, I'm so bad at this. I should have got their name, because I'll try and give them a shout out. I'll put a title on the screen. But they said, hey, have you read issue number 4? And I hadn't. So, and so first off, I'm going to show a couple images. Let me backtrack here. New Fantastic Four number 1. You definitely want to have a copy of this. That's all I can say. There's cover A. There's a bunch of covers for this. I'd recommend cover A. That's the one I got. But you get what you want. Issue number 1 The very opening, and it's funny, this series, this new Fantastic Four, you'd think it's all about Fantastic Four, but it's really not. It opens up with a nun doing confession, saying she sinned and all that, whatever. And the priest, takes her into the back room to talk to her in his office. But then that page closes with the same priest being dead inside his confession chamber or whatever you call it. So who the heck is it that took her into the back room? And then the next scene, this is in the past, and then now in present day, you see this Father John walking around, and this whole story is pretty much revolving around Father John and this character. So who is Father John is the big thing. So in issue number 4, which came out not too long ago, you find out who is basically his origin story, and you find out that he is Mephisto's son. So you get his whole origin story. He explains how he took her into the back room there, and little kaboingy boingy. 9 months later, she's given birth, and she gave birth to Father John, and Father John has powers. So yeah, it's just that one kind of snuck on me. I did not see that coming at all. Like I said, I didn't think that series was going to have much to it. So, and then in issue 5, which just came out this week, I read the whole series. I read it all digitally. In issue 5, you're going to see an image of the last page. He hops into a car, Father John does, with Damon Hellstrom, and they take off in the car. And then the title right at the end of the page is The End for Now, obviously. So anytime you get a major, with Mephisto obviously coming at some point in the future, that is a book you're going to want to have. There is a second print for that number 1 that came out, and apparently that's in some of the Walmart packs you can get as well, from what I understand. So if you've got some of those Walmart packs with that new Fantastic Four number 1, hang on to it, stick it in a Mylar bag. If you've got issue number 1, hang on to it. I don't know what the print run on that was. I don't think it would have been super high, because I go by my shop and he told me it wasn't a very popular title. I mean, people bought it. And obviously issue number 1 always sells more than the rest of the series, but issue number 1 is your first full appearance of that Father John character, who is the son of Mephisto. So yeah, get that one if you haven't got it. That looks like a really, really good one to get. And I didn't buy it, and my shop didn't have any, so I had to go to eBay and get some, but they were all cover price. Right now they're all cover price. I don't know how long that's going to stay that way, but get it. That's all I can say. And then I've also got some X-Men titles in here. You got your first full appearance of Mr. Sinister. You've got his first cover appearance in 239. Both of those are really good books. I've showed these in the past. And then you've also got 213. He's actually just a cameo. He's in the shadows. I'll put an image of that on the screen. This is a book character. These books were fairly cheap. They've started to creep up in price. There's been rumors that Mr. Sinister is going to be one of the main villains going forward in some of the movies. So if you come across these books, I would highly recommend you get them. And there is a new Sins of Sinister Marvel event coming out in January of next year. And it's interesting that I got to give a shout out to the comic perspective, Gary Newsey. He posted about this, that Rasputin, if you look real close, Rasputin, who that female character that showed up in Powers of 10 and House of X, or actually she was in the Powers series, so Powers of 10, number 1 she showed was her first appearance. And there was that really nice Perel cover that it was one of the few. I don't recommend a lot of exclusive covers, but that one I did, and I got that one. I don't have those books here; they're in storage, but gorgeous cover, and she's obviously coming back. She apparently died in issue number 3 of Powers of 10, but as you know, nobody really dies in comics, so looking forward to seeing her. So I don't know, because Mr. Sinister, he can create stuff he meddles with DNA and all that kind of stuff, so who knows what's going on, but it looks like he's creating his own universe. Bunch of characters, so that one I'm going to pay attention to. But it's funny, Marvel lately seems to be launching these series before stuff gets announced in movies and that. So does that, I don't know, it does, who knows, but I'm just saying, pay attention to that. Sins of Sinister looks good, and not always, I don't buy all the tie-ins and everything. Usually I'll just buy the main the main title, but a lot of times the new characters do get dropped in these, so you got to be careful. But yeah, if you got these X-Men books, good ones to have. I know Todd McFarlane put some stuff out about the Spawn movie, and I jokingly said it's the announcement, but it got delayed, and I honestly don't even know what's announced. And it seems like he's just trying to hype a movie that never gets announced. So, anyways, it's probably I gotta go look into it. But the last one I gotta talk about this Wolverine '88. My good lord, people! I honestly think it's got to be one of the ugliest covers I've seen, and people are going bonkers for this book. But man, put your money into his first, like Deadpool's first appearance, or one of the X-Men books. In my opinion, those are better. Like Wolverine books, I should say. Those are better investments. But hey, you do what you want. It's all we're all adults here. Well, that's it, folks. That's what I got for you. There's a lot of good stuff out this week. There's look for that new Fantastic Four #1. I really think that's anytime you get a new anything related with Mephisto and that whole darker side of the universe, it's a good thing to get. And I got to close on a couple memes that I saw. There's this one Batman one. I just be warned. I'm gonna put this on the screen, but once you see it, you can't unsee it, and it's just you'll see it on there, and it's basically Wolverine's mask looks like two Batmans kissing. So I saw that, I just I killed myself laughing, and I just now whenever I look at Wolverine, that's what I see. Anyways, folks, there you go. Happy hunting. Talk to you later in the week. Bye for now.